Hi, writers. So, listen, have you noticed that I like to tell you the entire story before I start writing? That really helps me to think about all the details that I want to include in my writing. So I want to encourage you to out loud talk out your story to your family, to your pets, to a stuffed animal. And then when you start writing, you're going to remember those details that you talked about, and you'll be able to include them in your story. Now, I already told you about my dog Shiner, who liked to go on adventures. So I'm going to tell you the rest of that story, okay? Now, Shiner, he is a big golden retriever, but he could squeeze through the tiniest hole in a fence or through a front door if somebody opened it and just zoom past you. So Shiner used to get out of our house when we lived in our old house. But when we moved to our new house, we just moved about 3 blocks away. And when we moved into our new blocks, into our new house, Shiner would zoom back to our old neighborhood. He wanted to go visit his old dog friends. Well, we would call for him, we would bring treats, we would do everything we could to get him to come back, but he didn't want to do that. So eventually, we quit trying to chase him, and we would just drive our car and meet him at our old neighborhood. One day, we went to go meet him in our old neighborhood where we knew he would show up, and we never could find him. We were really worried about him. We called the pound. We went and we looked on the website to see if there were missing dogs. We put up posters. Well, later that night, I got a phone call from somebody who had seen his poster, and she said, I got home from work today, and I opened the front door, and there was a dog in my house. Now, she had 2 dogs, but she had 3 dogs in her house when she got home because Shiner had come through her doggy door and wanted to just hang out at her house with her dogs. Can you believe that? I was so embarrassed. So she drove him to our house and brought him back. But do you know that he did that 3 or 4 more times? Until finally we got a new dog, and then he had a doggy friend at our house, and he didn't try to run away as often. He did get out, but he didn't go quite so far. So that is my story. I am going to write about Shiner's adventures sneaking into somebody else's house, and I'm gonna try to remember all of those details that I told you. I want you to do the same thing today. I want you to speak your story out loud and then add to your writing. You're gonna set your timer because we're trying to extend that stamina so that we can write a little bit longer. You're gonna add to your words, add to your picture. And you know, once you're finished with that, you'll check through, you can put a title page on it. And then you can start a new piece if you've got some time left over. Happy writing, authors.